Hello, welcome. My name is Janie, and I'm here to share with you today a remedy that I made that took care of a ganglion cyst that I had. A ganglion cyst, if you don't know, you may be watching this because you may have one yourself, and I hope that this information really helps you. The ganglion cyst is a lump, a fluid-filled sac that develops usually after an injury around a joint or even overextended or something happening. It could be something that you've been doing for a long period of time in that area that caused a cyst to form. And I believe that the body may make the cyst there to help stabilize the area to prevent any other more injury that it may be going through, or things may have shifted around into that area. So it's very important to me I think, to heal it naturally. And I got mine from after I fall at work, and so I was going through their places that they sent me to, and of course they sent me to an orthopedic surgeon, and of course the orthopedic surgeon wanted to do surgery on it just to cut it out. That didn't feel so great to me, and I told him that I was going through herbal school at the time, Tradition School of Herbal Studies. I recommend. They're really great teachers. It's in St. Petersburg. You can check that out if you're interested in learning more. And so I was going there and told him, I'm learning about the power of these great herbs. I think I want to try something like that. And he just looked at me kind of like I was crazy. And he's like, oh, if you find the cure, he's like, I'll make you famous. And then he also mentioned trying to drain it, where you can put a needle in and drain it, called aspiration. But a lot of times the cyst mostly just comes right back, and it's still not taking care of the root cause of why it came in the first place. And then also with the surgery in itself, a lot of times the cyst will still keep coming back. It's because it's not helping getting to the root cause of that area, and then surgery in itself, it can cause more trauma to the area as well, because it's cutting through all the tissues and things like that, and the fascia, and going through meridians that can really put more trauma onto the body that may be unnecessary if there is another natural way, which, as I'm going to share with you, there is. And then the study that I had, 52 participants out of 60 reported that their cyst came back after surgery. And then I watched a video on the whole process of the surgery on YouTube of the ganglion cyst, so I recommend you watch that, and you will see of how much it is really entails that it's going through, and the things that they're doing. And then they went to put steroids and stuff in afterwards, even after trying to drain it. They would put steroids in, and that's reducing the inflammation around that area. But in the long run, I found that steroids can kind of break down other tissues and stuff in the area, which isn't good. So and then you may have heard of the book method, where people back in the day, they would slam a Bible onto the ganglion cyst to pop it, and it would look like that it's gone, and usually those ones come back as well, on top of putting injury upon injury, so it can cause other things to go wrong. Two injuries don't make a right. So I don't recommend that method either. And then I was very leery of the surgery as well, because I'm prone to keloids. You can look up what those are. It just forms more of a scar, where it's keep building tissue upon tissue, and builds up a lot of scar tissue. So even with the surgery, it can make more scar tissue and less mobility and things in there as well. One testimony that I read, that someone after the surgery that they had from the ganglion cyst, that they couldn't even move their wrist at all afterwards. So it is a risk to take, and so I did a lot of the research, and again, as I was going through traditional herbal school and learning the power of all of these great herbs, like chickweed is just known to like break down any kind of growth, and then the cleavers work so well with it to help to carry that out. And then there's some other great things that I've just put a lot of thought into this to take internally and to put externally on the ganglion cyst area. So I did make a video at the time that I did this of the process as I was doing it, and I apologize, it's not in landscape. My voice is low, so I will try to list all the ingredients at the end or in the description and links of where you can get some of these things. So bear with me. It actually has been about 2 years since I had the ganglion cyst, but when I was doing the remedy, it only took like around a couple of weeks of consistent use. The first week or so I wasn't so consistent with it, and then after like 9 days it appeared gone, and so I stopped, and then it started to come back a little bit, so I know I needed to do it a little bit longer. So I do recommend that you do it a few days past it appearing completely gone. So the things in here are so like natural. It's not only going to help to remove the cyst, but helping to heal any injuries in that area that may have caused it in the first place, which I really love. So here is the video. I'm here to do a remedy for a ganglion cyst. I've had this ganglion cyst since the fall, several months ago, and I've been putting on these things here one by one: the chickweed, spilanthes, thyme, and frankincense, and it has helped take away the pain, and I believe seems like it has went down some as well. But I am going to do a whole therapy to get rid of this thing myself. The orthopedic surgeon says if I come up with a remedy, he would make me famous. And I've been doing a lot of research and gathering things. So I just got these things over here: the castor oil, the cleavers, and organic non-bleached handkerchief cotton to make a fomentation. And you could use a cotton sock or something else if you like, but this one to put over the skin is going to be the best that I found on Amazon. And so, and also I'm going to add some things together first to make it into a tincture to take internally on some of the things, and then I'm going to add in other things to put onto here, into a warmed, and to put on over to the wrist topically. So in here I have added a cup of apple cider vinegar, Bragg's organic apple cider vinegar, and I've added 6 dropperfuls of this chickweed. I got these on Amazon too. There are organic tinctures already made. If you have time, you can make your own tinctures through the whole plant. And I put 6 droppers of the cleavers in there. The chickweed is known to take away a cyst, and it breaks down things, and the cleavers helps to move and dissolve. And so these things really work great together. And I put 3 dropperfuls of spilanthes, known as herbal pop rocks, and this one eases pain and inflammation. It pulls things down and out. And this blushwood berry extract is known to take away tumors and so figure it would work great for a cyst, so I put 1 dropper full up there. This one can be really pricey. This one was around, I think, $80 on Amazon. So, and that's all that I put into this mixture here. And now I'm going to add it into an empty tincture bottle. I'm going to fill this one up. And stir this up. And I'm just going to fill this whole bottle up. Okay, so I filled up my tincture bottle of this mixture, and I'm going to try to remember to take this 3 times a day, like 1 dropper full internally. And now I'm going to make the fermentation. I'm going to put the castor oil and saturate this cotton cloth. Then I'm going to turn the heat on to like 3. Get it just warm, and then the other mixture that I have, I'm going to pour some on top. Just saturate the cloth. And while that's warming up, I'm going to cleanse the area of the ganglion cyst with apple cider vinegar. And this roll and rise bottle that I make, I'm going to roll this onto the outside. This is it has DMSO in it, a tree sap oil that helps to penetrate deep down. It also has black seed oil and artisamin, and it's going to help to draw in the rest of the things. The castor oil is known to really break down and dissolve many things. You could even put this on your abdomen for tummy problems. It's known to take away fibroids and cysts and things like that. You could put it over the liver or the spleen, the kidneys. It'd be really great for breast cancer. Okay, so I'm going to let that warm up. One other thing that I'm going to add are these 2 oils on top of here, because I don't want to take these internally in the other mixture that I add. So I'm just going to drop some drops, maybe like 11 drops each over top of each one, and then put it over top the rest. And it's good to put a heating pad. I have a heating pad with crystals in it, so I'm going to put that over top of it. And it's good to leave at least for an hour or up to 7 hours. So I'm going to try to leave mine on overnight. And then you can reuse this towel by putting it into a plastic bag into the refrigerator and reuse it up to 8 times, and then just re-soak it and reuse it all over again, and just keep doing until the cyst is gone, and I will let you know how it works. Thank you. Okay, once the fermentation is warm enough but not too hot to burn your skin, you'll put the fermentation around your wrist like this, and then with the brace, if you have a brace, put that on. If not, you can use a sock. Okay, this is about 9 fermentations for the ganglion cyst. Let's see how it looks now. It's barely noticeable. visible. Just some lines from the wrap, but it is working. Okay, so that was the remedy. Let me know what you think, and as you may know by now, it really worked wonders for me. It did. The remedy took away my ganglion cyst. At first, at the beginning, I was just trying the cleavers and the chickweed. I was taking that internally, and then I was rubbing it on the ganglion cyst, and I wasn't noticing much difference of that. So then that's why I added on the other things and was doing more. And as soon as I was doing that, I was noticing a difference, and it was started to feel better right away and starting to get smaller. And then I stopped after 9 days, and then it started to come back a little bit. So then I knew that I had to do it a little bit longer. But all in all, within like 2 weeks time of just being consistent with it, that's when it was like gone. And it has now been 2 years since I had the ganglion cyst, and it hasn't come back. So I think it's a better option than anything out there. So I hope that this helps you too. I would love to know what you think and to comment below. It may seem a little overwhelming to do all that, and if you didn't get all the ingredients there, I will try to list them and list the links below. You may not need the blushberry extract. That one is more expensive and harder to get. I think if you use everything else, it will work just fine for you, and you will notice a difference right away. And so I really hope that that helps you. And back then, you know, after my ganglion cyst was gone and I had a follow-up appointment with the orthopedic surgeon, I did show him, hey, like, it's gone, and he just like looked really surprised. And of course he didn't make me famous like he promised. It would take away from his business, I'm sure. That's how most things seem anyways. But I'm so happy that it worked, and sorry that it took me this long to make the video from being that long ago. I was going through a lot of other injuries and things as well. I've had headaches like constantly, and I have herniated disc, and so I was in constant pain for a very long time and going through lots of therapies and things like that. And it was finally when I made a herbal remedy that really helped me to get me out of consistent pain. And so if you're interested in that, also let me know. Let me know of any other videos that you may like me to make, of any other remedies or help with certain things. And just really, that's what I'm passionate about, is helping other people. It really warms my heart, especially if I know that it helps someone, and would love to help someone in this way. And it would mean the world to me if you just supported me by just like liking and subscribing. It would give me more inspiration to make more videos and more consistently. So I thank you and appreciate you. Namaste. Thank you for watching.